This is going to be a demonstration of the Snap-on FAR7000, the Ingersol Rand Hammerhead 3/8 drive, and the Milwaukee M12 cordless quarter-inch ratchet. This particular kit comes with a carrying case, the body, 12-volt battery, and one charger. These video clips that I'm going to show you with the demonstration, you're going to hear a little fan noise in the background. I apologize in advance for it. I'm going to try to loosen up a bolt that's never been loosened before with the FAR7000. It doesn't seem to be doing very well. There we go. Let's get it started so I don't strip out the threads. It tightens it up pretty quick. Now I'm going to use the hammerhead from Ingersol Rand on another bolt. As you can see, it loosened it and tightened it very fast. Now I'm going to over tighten both bolts with the hammerhead. I'm going to loosen this one to show you how quick it comes out. And I'm going to go back in and tighten it. Now I'm going to use the FAR7000 to attempt to loosen up the bolt. As you can see, it doesn't have enough power. Only 30 foot-pounds of torque. I had to use it as a hand ratchet, pretty much, then apply the power. What's really nice about the FAR7000, it's smaller, has a longer neck, and it's pretty fast for a regular air ratchet, but it doesn't have a lot of torque. Now I'm going to use a Milwaukee quarter-inch M12 ratchet. Try to loosen up the Ingersol Rand Titan bolt. As you can see, it doesn't work. But on the FAR7000 bolt, loosens it up with no problem at all. The Ingersol Rand bolt that was tightened needs to be ratcheted off a couple of times. Then I apply the power, and it comes right out. So as you can see, the FAR7000 is not very powerful, but it does have some speed to it. And for $339, I would justify purchasing it. Now I'm going to over tighten these bolts with 3/8 snap-on impact gun. I'm going to attempt to use a different ratchet. I'll show you how the Ingersol Rand holds up the hammerhead to this Titan bolt. How do you know? Takes it out fairly quick, almost with no hesitation at all. Now I hook up the FAR7000. Same scenario. Can't loosen it up, doesn't have enough torque. Gotta use it as a hand ratchet first, and then apply the power. So the FAR7000 is pretty much a lightweight, fast air ratchet that has pretty good reach in tight areas, but again has very, very low torque at 30 pounds-feet. Here I'm going to loosen up an intake manifold bolt, 2 of them, show you how quick it is. Also on the forward speed, when you tighten it down, it doesn't over torque. It's pretty nice. And this is just a demonstration of The Milwaukee M12 cordless 1/4" ratchet in the dark, just to show you how it is, type of power it has, and the little LED light, how it nicely lights up everything that you're actually working on. Pinpoint the spot. It's a great tool from Milwaukee. Well, the bottom line is the Ingersol Rand 3/8 drive air ratchet is a great tool. It has lots of power. It's not really that bulky, even though it is kind of heavy. It's not really that bulky in certain situations. It has a lot of power, like I said before, and it's a great tool. Yeah, it did have a recall when it first came out for the heads exploding and having internal problems. This is actually the third one that I've had. Ingersoll Rand took care of it for me, even after it was out of warranty. So it's a great tool, great company, and I had nothing but good things to say about it, except for the fact that it had the issue with the head. But as long as you grease it up every day and you lube it, you shouldn't have any problems, unless you get one of the ones that originally came out, I guess. The Far7000 from Snap-on is a great ratchet also. The only drawback that I have is the fact that it has such low torque. Only 30 pounds-feet of torque. And it's kind of frustrating when it costs $339 for this ratchet. I actually spent less on the Ingersoll Rand, believe it or not. I believe I spent $257 on the internet for this thing. But I needed a smaller, more compact ratchet. Once I break it loose with a regular ratchet, I use this little guy, and he pretty much gets them all out after I crack it loose with something else. It's a shame that it has such low torque, but it is fast. It is very fast for a regular air ratchet. And I like the fact that you could deflect the exhaust elsewhere, away from your face or anywhere else that you don't want it to be. And it's not coming from the bottom of the air ratchet. I like that feature personally. Now this little guy, the Milwaukee 1/4" ratchet, the M12 series, it's a great ratchet. It actually has the same power, if not more, than the Snap-on Far7000. Yeah, it doesn't have the speed, but it has the power. And it comes with a 5-year warranty for the tool and 2-year warranty on the battery. You can't beat that. I have nothing bad to say about this tool. Before I actually purchased this tool, I used it for about 2 weeks from a buddy of mine, and his was all beaten up, and it was still working great. The only thing that his actually had was when you turn the reverse and the forward on his, you will have to hold the drive mechanism in order for it to engage reverse or forward speed, because he uses it a lot to crack loose a lot of bolts. And it's fine, but now when you're using it on heavy duty bolts that are like 100 foot-pounds or more, or even less than that, actually it can cause damage to the head, because 1/4" drive is not meant to use that much power on it, but it still can do the job and not shear off. And this is a decent addition to your toolbox, but I wouldn't say it's a necessity. The Far7000. You can buy an AirCat on the internet for $80 that has 40 pounds more of torque or 30 pounds more of torque, and it may not be as fast, but it has the power, and it's 1/3 the price, if not less. In this toolbox here, I have an old Mac Tools 3/8 drive ratchet that the head came apart here and broke, and this thing has been sitting in a box for about, I think, 2 or 3 years now. I haven't used it. It's made by AirCat. I paid $300 for this piece of crap, and come to find out, AirCat is the one that makes it, and they had the same exact model for sale for $80 when it came out. Now they have an upgraded version of it, but it was a great ratchet. It had plenty of power. It was quiet, but it didn't hold up in the long run. The same thing with this other Mac Tools 3/8 drive ratchet here. This actually had an indexing head where it'll allow you to change the position of the head by lifting up a collar here. You'll be able to move it in 4 different positions. But eventually the ball gave out on that collar and the head just fell off. The air ratchet still works, but I don't have a collar to retain the head. So that's another thing from Mac Tools that pretty much sucks. So I don't buy Mac Tools anymore. Thank God, because a lot of this stuff I've had, nothing but problems. Even the Aircat Mac Tools 1/2-inch gun and the 3/8 gun. I forgot the model numbers. I traded them a long time ago for a Snap-on guns, but I guess it's just a little something extra to add in there. And the reason why this hammerhead looks a little different from the picture is because I got the Ingersol Rand dust cover boot or scratch boot protector, and it helps out a lot. Keep it pretty on the inside. But it's a great tool. It's a little heavy on the heavy side, like I said. You can't go wrong though.